1 week. There was 1 week between the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase and a 1 hour State of Play. How am I supposed to plan out an Invasion of the Body Snatchers plot in 1 week?
You know what, maybe that's on me. I shouldn't have pulled the SNES possession thing until like April so that I could have it all set up at Summer Games Fest and take that deep into the forest. But still, 1 week! Whatever. First up, we got Kena Scars of Cosmoria. You know, this looks interesting, I like the art style, but since I'm already in a bad mood, let's make it worse. A lot of games that I've been hyping up end up being Souls-like, so let's go ahead and count how long it takes for an attack to register. DLC for Ghost of Yotei. I'm not even a third of the way through Ghost of Tsushima, and honestly, I'm not really willing to shell out $0, never mind I'm in. Death Stranding 2 is coming to PC. I kinda figured that it already was. Featuring AI upscaling and fake frames. Everyone, let's laugh at the PC gamers who think they're getting the better product when they're not.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Okay, that got a chuckle out of me. 4-Loop is starting to sound less like Deathloop with aliens and more like another attempt at doing a AAA roguelike. Oh, let's start the counter. And then we get 2 games that I just talked about a week ago. Pragmata and Resident Evil Requiem. I still have nothing to say about either one. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. Well, you know, we have both of the Soul Reaver games and Defiance, and I just haven't touched them because God knows why. I need to get on that. Also, this comes with a new Legacy of Kain game that's actually not a new Legacy of Kain game, but a prototype for a Legacy of Kain game that was supposed to come out not long after Defiance. Brigandine Abyss. I saw anime, I was in. I saw turn-based tactics, I was out. I was gonna make a dirty joke about that, but then right afterwards was Dead or Alive, which reminded me how damaged I am.
So an infection, not a fate.
Well, it's gotten to the point where it's always been the case for real life boobs, but even with anime boobs now, I see them, and unless I'm already in the mood, I get nauseous. I think I need to see a doctor about that. We've got more footage on Control Resonant. Let's check the wind up. And yes, I know I'm not being fair. Shut up. Crimson Moon? Beast of Reincarnation by Game Freak? There was barely any attacking to be had. It was all dodging and parrying. After that is Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition, a compilation of 5 different Rayman 1. Not 2, not 3, not Raving Rabbids, just the first one. And exclusive interviews from...
Voilà notre console, on va révolutionner.
I honestly forgot that Ubisoft was French. Mina the Hollower, a Game Boy Color style Zelda clone made by the Shovel Knight devs. I'm pretty sure this was in one of the Jeff Keighley things I forgot to cover last year. It was either Gamescom or SGF. And I'm going to say, I love this idea. This looks amazing. This does not fit on the PS5. This is more of a Switch thing. And then we get another clip from Neva, that one indie film that snuck its way into one of these gaming press conferences once. Wait a minute, is that gameplay? Is that gameplay? Yakeo Shinobi Ops. It's isometric. No thank you. Oh boy, we got high-budget mountains with magic and swords. I wonder what genre this is. Dynasty Warriors with a chicken man. More footage of that new Star Wars Episode 1 Racer sequel. Listen, Star Wars has been so... I guess I'll say kitty-whipped that no one cares about it anymore. Hell, my dad watches AI Star Wars videos because he thinks that it's just as good as it's going to get. He's lost that much hope in Star Wars, and I don't think Episode 1 Racer is what we need right now. James Bond First Light. How many times are we going to see James Bond First Lights? And then we got a thick block of Konami. Listen, I know that there's plenty of people who like Konami's other stuff, but the only 2 things that matter with Konami to me are Metal Gear and Castlevania. And Castlevania is pretty much dead. Metal Gear straight up is dead, can never come back. So, I don't really care. Anyway, Metal Gear. Master Collection Volume 2, including 2 games plus 1 bonus. So, 3 games. Not only does this include the worst Metal Gear game ever created in Metal Gear Solid 4, but it also contains less than half the games of Volume 1. And one might ask, what could you add? Portable Ops, Acid, Acid 2, Rising, Touch, Mobile, Arcade. There's also Metal Gear, but you play as an octopus, and there's platforming, and also it's not Metal Gear, but it is Metal Gear, but it's not. It's nearly 3 a.m. Videopad is lagging to hell and back, and my brain cells are slowly dying one by one. I'm going to do one more announcement, and then I'm heading off to bed and doing the rest of this tomorrow. Castlevania is coming back! It is so surreal seeing an actual new Castlevania game. When I got into the series, it was long dead, and I kind of figured that it was just gone forever. It's not a game series anymore, it's a Netflix show. So seeing this is amazing! I am so hyped. Although at the same time, it does look like it's got a little bit of Street Fighter the movie, the game syndrome. Just looking at the art style and the way that they name dropped Trevor from Castlevania 3 and the show. Also, they outsourced it to the Dead Cell guys. I mean, I know that Dead Cells did have a collaboration with Castlevania, but I don't think you need to be pinning a full Metroidvania on the guys that made a roguelike Metroidvania. Alright, it is now 12:30 p.m. I went to the doctor and found out that I'm officially confirmed a pre-diabetic, so let's get back to this. Okay, I may have my biases, but I'm being way too harsh here. Turning Silent Hill into an FPS is neither unprecedented nor worrying because, you know. They're also making a new fantasy RPG called Rev Noir. Hey, it looks a little bit generic. I don't know about it. And we have a winner! We're getting a new John Wick game. I still haven't seen Ballerina or Continental. My dad watched the first 2 episodes of Continental and said there was basically nothing in them. So we've just been holding off to just watch the 3rd episode that we've been told is just 1 solid hour of action. Please, watch Dead Leaves. Marathon. That's still not out yet? Well, I guess now it's not Conquered 2. It's Conquered 3. And then some more stuff is getting added to PlayStation Plus, including Satos. I have absolutely nothing to say on this, so I'm just going to make an educated guess. X-Men are getting added to Arc Systems Marvel Tokon. Alright, everything I said about Star Wars also applied to Marvel, except for the AI part. Next up, they're remaking the entire original God of War trilogy. Of course, just a few days after I bought this. And why do these games even need to get remade? Graphically, even the PS2 games haven't aged that poorly. And the only gameplay improvements I can think of for remaking them would just be remapping the dodge roll to something that isn't the right stick. Yeah, it's got a fixed camera, but fixed cameras are only bad when they suck.
The awful play control didn't get any reworking.
That said, I'm probably still going to get them when they come out, not because I really care about all the upgrades, but because I know Sony and they're probably going to remove all the gross naked stuff. For everyone else, that's a downgrade. For me, that makes them playable. And there's also this just obscenely ugly looking 2D platformer in the God of War franchise that is available right now.
And that was the state of play. The God of War remakes were pretty cool. Castlevania coming back was amazing, and I'm excited to play some Time Crisis. Other than that, I think there were some Souls-likes in there. And just for the sake of comparison, here's the little bit that I've done in my game. As you can see, attacks come out on the very first frame, how it should be. How do I end this?